We're going to show you how to brew Cloudline tea cold and hot today. This is the packaging. When you take the tea out, the tea is in a black bag. Cut the tea bag open from the top and you'll see the tea leaves in there. What the tea leaves look like are exactly like this. Take a look at that. Yeah. So when you're done with the tea leaves, you can either dump it out in a Ziploc bag or put it back into the black bag, or just take what you need and then put it into a Ziploc bag. So the red tea and the green tea both oxidize with air, so it's good to keep them sealed. Once you open them, they're good for about 6 months. But, you know, sometimes we put in this little pouch here that comes with your green tea because it oxidizes faster, which absorbs some of the humidity in the package. This is not going to interfere with the quality of the tea. It makes it better. So I put one into the green tea bag and then another one into the green tea, the black tea and the green tea. The reason we call it black tea is because when you're brewing it, the tea leaves look black, but later you'll see it actually looks red. So what I'm trying to illustrate to everyone is you don't need to get too fancy. This is the question I had on the road with lots of people. It's like, hey, what kind of teaware should I get? Do I need this here? You don't need to get it that fancy. So keep in mind, if you're cutting this open and you're pouring it out, you're going to have some issues pouring it out. So, and it's because the leaves are somewhat large. So you want to be kind of mindful of the fact that it gets tangled up a little bit. So treat it, put it into a bag, pick what you want, take it out of the bag, and it's just so much easier from my point of view. In next year's Cloudline packaging, we're actually going to have a really cool Ziploc bag that comes with the packaging. It's going to take a little longer. We're designing it right now, and it'll look somewhat like this. So you have like this nice little packaging that comes with the packaging. So bear with me. We really technically launched this tea company December 19th was when it was first available. It's available online now in 11 stores. We're a retail company. We're really not a digital first company. So our initial ambition was to get this into running stores, and we did. We got this into a fair amount of running stores. Okay, great. So I would put the tea bag into a into the original box, if you like, with the Ziploc bag. It'll fit really nice because that's how I intended it to design it. It was like you put the Ziploc bag back and you have this really nice, beautiful packaging that now has your Ziploc and your tea inside, so you know where to put it. Okay, I've opened too many packages, so I don't want to be wasteful here. So I've already pre-made, pre-selected some tea leaves for us. So here we go, and I'm going to show you how to measure it. So we're going to take a measuring stick here, and in this stick it tells you how many grams. So I'm going to measure out 4 grams here. 1. Okay, 2, 3, 4. So 4 grams, and I'll show you on the video here. And one of the tricky part is you don't want to get confused with 2 cameras. So I'm going to just video the footage separately, put it here on the right so you can see it's 4 grams. And technically what 4 grams really is it's about 1 tablespoon, okay? It's a good old American tablespoon. Look at this. 1 tablespoon, all right? We're going to take 1 tablespoon of tea. It's about 4 grams in red tea or green tea, okay? Green tea is actually going to be a little less, a little bit more, and I'll explain to you why. So you'll notice that when you take your tea out of the bags, if you bought green tea or red tea, you're going to go, oh my goodness, why is the green tea packaging so big and the small tea, the so small? Why is the green tea packaging so small and the red tea packaging so big? So this is your green tea packaging, okay? And this is your red tea packaging. Okay, I'm gonna show you the actual difference. Don't freak out. Check that out. It's like 3 times smaller. It's the same amount of tea. The reason is when you're withering red tea, the red tea is more elongated, and then the green tea is in a ball. So the ball, the green tea, one leaf. You see how it carries a little bit smaller footprint? And we'll show you how to brew both. So don't be alarmed. You didn't get less tea. You got the same amount. It's just that the green tea holds less volume in packaging. Great. So I'm going to teach you guys how to make the fastest, most efficient tea possible to drink. And this is a lot of people's favorite. I mean, we've visited almost 15 stores by now, spoken to hundreds of people about tea, and this is the consensus. A lot of people like their tea iced for post-workout or right before their workout. And what I want you to understand is when we go out and do ultra running or we're doing a marathon, we have one of those handheld, that's about 500 ml, right? So something like a Yeti, something like this, that's probably like a 700. And then we have like, this is like a 300. And I'll go into like all the different kinds of, you know, ways of making this tea so you can fit it in any of them. And this is the gold standard, right? This is the American special where we put a lot of tea in. And I'll measure everything out for you so you can get a sense of how much tea. Okay. This is basically 2 Solomon handhelds, like the squishies on our vests. And here is what it looks like. Okay, so we're gonna put this tea. I'm gonna hold it today because you would be surprised how complicated filming this without a proper kitchen. Okay, so you're gonna see this. This is exactly what the tea leaves look like. Okay, and it's 4 grams. It kind of covers the base, not almost, but you can get. I like it to cover the base. But here's the nuance, okay? We're gonna put water into this tea. For red tea, which is what we have, I recommend the temperature be around 90 degrees Celsius, okay? That's before boiling. And what I'm gonna show you is what happens. I have this water boiler that shows you the temperature. You've probably seen it before. Most of you who drink coffee or into like premium coffee, you're gonna like this. I'm gonna pour it here. Notice I'm not gonna pour it all the way, okay? Notice I'm only pouring it to about 200. Actually, I like it to be about a quarter, like if we're pouring all the way to the top, pour about 20% where you are at the top. If you want the stability of the tea to be less intense. If you want it to be a lot more intense, you can pour it to about quarter way and then pour water about halfway. You're gonna get stronger tea. What we wanna do is we wanna accelerate the unfurling process. So here you're gonna see how the tea leaves slowly unfurl. And by slowly, I mean, it takes about 4 minutes. So in this process, we're gonna get it to unfurl in 4 minutes. We'll come back in 4 minutes and then we're gonna add cold water to this. And then you'll see how we can make iced tea really quickly. And by cold filtered iced tea, meaning you can add ice to it, or a cold filter where you just add cold water to it and then put it in the fridge. You can drink it before your run or even after your run and after your run, okay? And if you're preparing tea for the day and you don't have much time, it only takes you 4 minutes to prepare this tea. So once you're done with the tea unfurling in your vessel, you can add cold water and then pour that into your Yeti and then bring it on the road with you. That's how you make iced tea. This is about 4 minutes inside of the vessel that we are brewing our hot red tea in. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take cold water, add it directly into, I like to do half. And there you go. You have beautiful red tea to go. That's based off of 4 grams. If you want to add more, you can add more based on how much concentration you want in the tea. I'll put a cap on this, put this in the fridge, let it sit, or you can immediately apply some ice into this. And you got yourself iced tea, right? It's really not that complicated. And then if you have one of these, this is called a Hario. It's online too. They have a little filter. And what I'll do is, if I'm on the go, I'll take the Yeti. And I'll let this steep if I have time. If it's, I like to do this overnight because overnight you get actually a little stronger tea. But remember, you hot steeped it in the beginning, so it's pretty strong as is. And then you just pour that tea leaf back in, and that's pretty much full. All right, so just think about, we pulled it to about 600 ml. That's about 1 large Yeti. Done. You got yourself iced tea, cold filtered, and then some ice back here. You know what I do? I would take this remainder, I would take just cold brewed water, add it to this, do half, you know, put this in the fridge. You can drink it for 2 days. In a day or two, even tomorrow morning, it'll turn to red, lighter red, and you can have iced tea again. So it's that robust. This is not a tea bag where you use it once and you stop using it again. I'm going to show you the difference between our tea and tea bags here momentarily. Now we're going to get into like how we make some traditional, you know, kind of green tea, okay? And we'll make the green tea hot too, cold too. Hot tea, green. Okay, here's what we do. This is another teaspoon here. Another teaspoon of green tea. Remember, it's a little bit smaller than the red tea, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to take the tea, and you've probably seen this before. It's like a filtering device. I'm going to put the tea leaves in here. Take a generic. I got this from Asia. It's just a generic kind of tea thing. And you can find this anywhere on Amazon. It does not have to be a branded version. It doesn't have to be fancy. You don't need any of that. So what happens is it's just a filter to keep the tea leaves in. Okay, you see that? Okay, so we have for green tea, it's different. We want the temperature of the green tea to be a little higher. So I like it right about 95 degrees. 95 degrees. So here's how it looks. It's a little hotter because the green tea takes a little bit longer time to unfurl because it's rolled up smaller, right? So we're going to do that. Magical. Okay, and that's the same green tea from the green leaves that we had. 4 grams of tea, which is about 1 tablespoon. And you can see that I'm going to steep this for about a minute. Put a lovely case on it. You can find, again, any of these types of vessels on Amazon. They are cheap. We did not want to get into this. We will have some vessels, but they're all handmade.